Boots on the ground, putting it down, yeet up. I got something to tell you. I don't think they want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. As best-selling researcher Mickey D, I host the Stock Scoop, where our baby knockouts knock out the stock market competition. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, our rare earths, our critical minerals that we need in our country are really, really going to explode here. But I think you should buy the pullback. We'll talk about that here in a second. But as you know, the scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author, I'm a researcher. I put it in black and white so you'll have it for days, weeks, months, and years to come. You find my books on Amazon.com. You can go to any local book, your local bookstore, any books, or and you can get the Baby Knockout newsletter also, which is only $99 a year. That's a bargain, I'll tell you that. You'll be getting at least 12 issues a month, and we'll give you updates like we did this past month with like we did the other day, within days, when this information comes out, and information that is overseas that may affect our baby knockouts. We try and get that information to you as soon as possible, ladies and gentlemen, so you can make an informed investment decision and you can follow up on the information. And we've been doing this for years. Been doing this since the dot-coms. And these stocks right now that are, really inexpensive, just like AOL. I was talking in the last video about the guy who was saying, you didn't buy it because it was $15 or $20 or whatever. It was, he's looking at these split adjusted charts, and it looks very high then because it has all that splits and all the dividends and everything else, all the payout, everything worked in, and sometimes they look higher, sometimes they look lower. So you want to definitely look at the data that you're following up with, and that's what we were talking about. But why do we need these rare earths? We need these rare earths, ladies and gentlemen, these critical minerals, and hit that pound button, hit that like, give me a thumbs up. We need these. Our military depends on a lot of this. Artillery, we need a lot of this, ladies and gentlemen. We need rare earths. Our fighter planes, desperately need, semiconductors, we need in our electronics. We need this stuff. China has said, no mas, no more. We're cutting you off. They cut us off at the knees. It was unexpected. We didn't know, that they were going to go this far. But China has said no more. And now that they've cut us off, we have to come up with our own supply chain, our own way of getting these. And we have right now companies in America that are partnering with just put it this way, the companies are working closer and closer together with one another right now. So that's really what's going on right now. But the president has been out front, saying, well, we may have to just take, areas. We made an agreement. He made an agreement with Zelensky there, and there are other agreements. He's talking about taking. In fact, I want to review an article with you. Greenland dangles rare earth partnerships with EU as Trump looms. So they're saying, Trump wants to do this. Can we get a better deal here? They're doing somewhat of the art of the deal also. But ultimately, I say that Trump will probably win out and make a good deal, and we'll get rare earths from there too in due time, ladies and gentlemen, in due time. But the pullback right now with the rare earths, anytime there's a pullback, we're looking at 20-25% plus on the rare earths right now. We want to definitely consider getting into them. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything. But on our rare earth trade right now, when we get a pullback, 20, 25, 30%, consider adding to your position or consider taking an initial position. because this trade is going to be big, ladies and gentlemen, at least for the next couple years until we get the supply chain taken care of, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be big. All you got to do is look at the price of some of these rare earths. They are very, very expensive, and they're going up higher and higher and higher because there's no supply out there when it comes to these. There's very little. And the areas that, that we're looking, it's going to take a little while in order to get the supply chain up and running. So that's where we are right now. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to take a look at this article, and I want to tell you what mainly, I'm trying to stress. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything, but this is a trade where the supply is very, very low. The demand just on America is going to be great, because we don't want to be caught without bullets, without the artillery needed to fight a war, because who knows, we may have to do something. America may have to do something. So we'll definitely be following up on this. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me once again. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, thumbs up. Let help the algorithm, help the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you look in your right-hand corner here, you see many of our baby knockouts that are on our part of our trade are testing their 48-day moving average right now. They may come down and test the 200-day moving average, but right now we're getting a slight pullback that we need to keep an eye on, because we definitely want to jump all over this. Ladies and gentlemen, on May 15th, just a couple days ago, Politico was reporting that the Prime Minister of Greenland, Vivian here, listen, sorry, Vivian, like first name, Vivian Mossfeldt. Greenland dangles rare earth partnerships at EU as Trump looms. Trump has threatened to even go in and get the rare earths from Greenland. He's really threatening them. And she's saying we want to expand our cooperation on our critical minerals and energy, is what she's saying. She's saying like I said, the art of the deal. They're both trying to make the best deal for their country, And she's suggesting that Greenland's foreign minister has suggested that the European Union can develop its coveted mineral resources amid threats by U.S. President Donald Trump to seize the island. So Trump wants to seize it, and he's trying to, he'll have a problem with NATO, and we're talking about getting out of. He wants us out of NATO, and the article just goes on and says it's a it got a vast group. They have some of what we can need. 40 of the 50 critical minerals that the U.S. deems vital for national security, they supposedly have. So it'd be quite a coup to get Greenland if that's what we want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there are high-level negotiations going on all over the world right now. People are looking at these unexplored, these untapped, vast areas where we could get in there and possibly, cut through some of the red tape and get some of these critical minerals that we need as a civilian population and as a military to keep going. Because like I said, China has cut us off, ladies and gentlemen, at the knees, and there's nothing we could do. We've been talking a good game, for years and years. The congressmen, the senators have been talking. We need to do this. We need to do that. What have they done? They've done squat. They've done nothing. So the current administration realizes that this is an emergency. The time is now. We are running out of these materials. There have been estimates. I told you a year a few months ago, some people were saying, no, Mickey D, you're way off. We just have months to go with some of these critical materials. We don't have the stockpile that they think we have. We don't have, the media thinks we have this stockpile. No, no. We could stop making this type of bullets within, weeks or months. So it's a serious situation, and the president is treating it as serious situation by, when you're saying you're going to take a country by force because of its critical minerals, you're serious. So that's what's going on right now. And not only Greenland, he's talking about Canada too. So Mexico, they all have the same. They all have something that we need, and it's survival of the fittest, man. It's like a jungle out there, as they say. Speaking of jungles, I do have some nice gear. You guys notice the nice gear from D Money from Africa that he's hooked me up with, in the last couple videos, not bad, huh? Hey, that you see that in my last video. I don't know if you guys saw the turtle there, and the elephant, different things, different things that the animal rights activists wouldn't like. Never mind. But what we're talking about are the rare earths and the critical minerals, ladies and gentlemen. Look at your Baby Knockout newsletter. If you don't get your Baby Knockout, if you don't get a copy of that, make sure you're doing yourself a disservice, because I'm gonna hand, just like Doug Casey I grabbed him by the hand during the .coms and just rode, that's what I'm gonna do with you when it comes to this rare earth trade and these critical minerals right now. I'm gonna take you by the hand, and I'm going to show you which ones, because there's only a few. I like that. I like it when there's only a few, really viable ones, Of course, everybody now is going, we've been studying these for the last, 5 years, 6 years or so. Just this particular round, Of course, I've looked years ago, I was involved with, but I'm talking about since we started making these videos and we did the rare earths over at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play, and they were slowed down. The Raiders had a week or something because a delay, because they didn't get some of this stuff from China and all that stuff. It's low key. You never want China to look bad. That was the thing there, please don't say anything about China. Wait till we get all our stuff from China. Don't say anything bad about China, but, I guess that myth, that political talk, Trump has just blown that out of the water when it comes to China. I mean, he's called them names and this and that and everything. So it's one of those things now that they're withholding milk from America, milk in the form of rare earths. We're going to be in bad shape unless we get our supply chain up, ladies and gentlemen. So we are buyers on pullbacks of our rare earth trade. Baby Knockout investors, Scoop team members, it's your obligation to make sure your family is in good shape, man. Good shape. I'm not here to make you a millionaire or anything. Some of you are going to get very, very rich. But I'm here to make you comfortable. Can I make you comfortable? I don't want to make you rich. And we don't chase these stocks, guys. We don't chase them. We replace them. So the clowns that come along, not clowns. I'm talking people in there. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm telling you now, these stocks are really, really cheap, and they're going up. So when they pull back, that's only healthy for the stock, and it's going to go back up. So we're going to be on board, and we're going to know. We're going to be in the know, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of your family, energy, strength. Look up. God bless you. Take care.